All right. We're back. All right. Final match. We've got Osaka taking on Rybakina, which was supposed to be Gauff Bencic, but that unfortunately fell through because of a hip injury to Bencic. So yeah, let's see what happens here because this should be really interesting. They've never played before. First time meeting between these two, which should be very exciting. And yeah, we'll go from here. How was my 2-minute break? It was yeah. It was fine. Hopefully a banger matchup. Yeah, I hope so too. And then we also got Merida taking on Tien as well, which we'll track, and we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be really keen. I'm really keen to see this one. It's gonna be really fun. Prediction? I can't remember. I said it something in the preview. Shelton is gonna win the whole thing. He played so crazy. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. Like he beat Menchik like Menchik offended him. Like it was like that was personal. You know, that was personal. I don't know what they're friendly, I'm sure, but that was personal. Holy shit! I mean, that was a flex. That was a flex. Crazy. I want the best Shelton to beat. Pardon me, the big boys once in a while. Yeah. I'll tell you, Hodar Shelton would be a really fun final. Menchik played like a beginner. I don't think Menchik played that bad. He just didn't play his best. But Shelton, like Shelton was like that was the best ever. Like that's the best version of Shelton we've ever seen, and he'll probably say as much. Like that was crazy. That was incredible. The other fans are bragging about the stadium being empty. Okay, cool. Don't be so. It's not, but it's not empty, so it doesn't matter. I'm sure, like, if you read like one person on social media said it, it's not true because there's like there's a lot of people there. So no, that's incorrect. So whoever, don't get mad. Don't get mad. What's my prediction about Novak? What about Novak? Rybakina won the toss and elected to serve. Yeah, makes sense. This version of Shelton can take out Sinner, take a set off Sinner, maybe. Only one semi-final tomorrow? Wait, what do you mean? I think both semis are tomorrow. Both semi-finals are tomorrow. Here we go. We're back into the serve. All right. Who you got, chat? Rybakina has spent so much more time on court than Osaka this week because Rybakina has played a couple of really tough matches, including that match a couple of days ago when she played Samsonova. I think I went Osaka in 3. They've never played, which I think is kind of crazy. They've both been around for at least like the best part of 5 years. As a backhand rally, now a forehand from Rybakina goes long, and it's love 15. I don't think Rybakina this week has not been playing well enough to beat Osaka. I just don't like if the Rybakina we saw in against Samsonova comes in, it's all over. I don't think the Rybakina we saw the other day is going to be able to beat is going to be able to play against Osaka. All right, love 30, another shank. Love 30. It's usually the clutch points, the tie breaks, and Sinner finds way. Yeah, true. I would love to see Shelton versus Sinner, though. That'd be fun. All right, there's been a 4-4 rally up the line to the back end of Rybakina and then Osaka in the net. I love 15-30. 15-30. I'm bummed out we didn't get to watch Bencic golf. I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward. They got some fire. They have some spice between them. So yeah, that's a bummer. 15-30. As the return goes to 400, Rybakina 4 now from Osaka up the line is long, and it's 30-0. All right, 30-0. As the return goes in the 400 of Osaka. Who? Rybakina. Rybakina in there, 30-40. We got break points already for Osaka. 30-40. And the default second serve. Maybe it's this year. It's time for a US Open men's champion. That'd be so good. Double fault. There's the break. All right. One love, Osaka. One love, Osaka. All right. Osaka with the break. Hey, thank you more for the 36 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around. All right, serve for Osaka. Shelton very impressive on court too, which is good. Oh yeah, he looks so scary. Good serve from Osaka, 15 love. You overhyped Eala comparing Serena, but her popularity make other fans envious. I have no idea. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to somebody else? As that goes out by Osaka, 15-0. Bro, I think you just made that up. 15-0. As with a serve. 15-0. All right. 15-0. As Osaka serves again. Serve is a double fault. No, it's a first fault. My bad. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand. Again to the backhand of Rybakina. And Rybakina hits a winner. 15-30. I don't think we're going to get too many long rallies in this one. 15-30. As we just serve again from Osaka. Nice serve into the slice of Rybakina. Return goes into the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina slice forehand again. Osaka backhand to the slice of Rybakina. There's Osaka backhand again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand on the stretch. Rybakina crushes a win across court. Okay. Break back points. To get back on serve. Who is the worst draw in Cincinnati? I'll be honest, I got to relook at the draw. It was a blur when it came out. Rybakina can't keep up with hitting pace. Which we'll try. Hey, Moore, thank you for sticking around as long as you have. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Rybakina. Return goes wide for 30-40. One saved. 30-40. Still break point for Rybakina. It's definitely not an empty crowd, no. Full house. You don't think, I mean, Osaka, Rybakina, and Gauff Bencic, those matches are crazy matches. All right, backhand goes in the forehand of Rybakina, forehand of Osaka. Again, the forehand of Rybakina is Osaka, forehand again. Into the backhand of Rybakina, Osaka. Forehand off the tape. Rybakina gets it back. Osaka forehand again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again. As Rybakina forehand again to the forehand of Osaka. Up the line to the backhand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. We get to deuce. Longest rally we'll probably get all match. All right, deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Bencic win with Gauff. I know. Bencic withdrew. Bencic retired. So, no, she did not. All right. Deuce. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. As we get a return from Rybakina goes long. Advantage Osaka. Osaka to consolidate the break. Yeah, Bencic withdrew due to a hip injury, apparently. She did have tape on her leg as well the other night, so I wonder if it all just was too much. As that goes out by Osaka and it's deuce. But yeah, but also, like, you know, we know that the US Open is way more important, right? First serve's a fault, second serve. There's a return. Into the forehand of Osaka. Forehand now from Rybakina. Into the forehand of Osaka. It's Rybakina forehand again. Osaka gets it back. Rybakina backhand. Cross court in the net. And it's advantage Osaka. All right. As it a forehand now from Rybakina. That's a winner back to deuce. By the way, folks, if Rybakina wins this tournament, she will be this close to Sabalenka in the rankings, and Cincinnati will be a very important tournament for both of those ladies. So that'll be really interesting if we do have that situation. Even if Rybakina doesn't win this tournament, she still could challenge Sabalenka for number one in Cincy. So, yeah, there's a lot on the line in Cincinnati as we get a double fault Osaka, and it's advantage Rybakina. Advantage Rybakina to take the break back. Serve to the forehand of Rybakina. Return goes long, and Osaka gets the deuce. All right, back to deuce. All right, nice serve. Advantage Osaka. Rybakina's got, what are we talking? Was it semis or quarters? She has a points. She does have points to defend. I think she has either the same or just slightly less points than Sabalenka. Who remembers off the top of their head if Rybakina made was it the quarters last year or the semis? Let me check as we get a nice serve by Osaka. So Rybakina has the semis from last year. Sabalenka didn't play. Wait, what? Okay. So I take that. Wait, hang on. Am I in the right? No, this is sorry, wrong one. I'm in Canada. My bad. Hang on. That was last year's Canada. Yeah, so Sabalenka made the quarterfinals and Rybakina made the semis. So, okay, so the other way around. So Rybakina's got more points to defend in Cincy than Sabalenka. They played each other in the quarters. That's why. That makes sense. So, yeah. But if Rybakina wins this tournament, then I guess Sabalenka would have to... If Sabalenka equaled the results, it might be enough, I think. I think it's the US Open's the one where Sabalenka's really got to worry about her ranking. 30 love. But if Rybakina wins this tournament and goes to Cincy and Sabalenka doesn't make the quarters and Rybakina makes the semis again, it could be enough. It should be enough. As with a forehand from Rybakina goes long, but at this point, she's not going to win this match. 30-15. $30-15. So yeah, but it'll be more clear after this tournament, or even after this match. If Rybakina goes down here, we'll have a better picture of next week what needs to happen for there to be a change. There's a bit of fault from Rybakina, second serve. As we back and return the backhand of Rybakina. Backhand from Osaka. Into the backhand of Rybakina as Osaka backhand again. Rybakina goes down up the middle again as they go forehand to forehand now. Rybakina forehand again to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina now with a backhand. Into the forehand of Osaka. And Osaka hits a long. 40-15. I've had some really long rallies to start this match. Not gonna lie. It's been way more interesting than I expected. 40-15. And as we just serve, here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. A lot more long rallies in this. As we a double fault. 40-30. 40-30. Osaka could have won a 250 if she really wanted to. Yeah. Maybe. 40-30. Where's Vukov? I don't know. He's not there this week, so he must not be going to Canada. He must be going to Cincy. First serve, the fault, second serve. As the return goes back into Rybakina. Off the tape. Into the back of Osaka. Osaka in the net. It's 2-1. Rybakina on the board. Osaka's got the break. All right. Rybakina needs to get her serve working, or she's going to struggle to even stay in the top 10. I think she'll be fine for top 10 for the rest of the year. Do they split? Nah. Vukov's got Vukov got a family? He's got maybe he's just stayed home. Maybe on a vacation. After Wimbledon, maybe he went on a vacation with his family. Doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he has a family and stuff, right? Or am I just thinking of somebody else? This isn't the first time that he's kind of gone on a holiday after, he's not always there. You know, he's definitely, there's been times where he's been missing. from Rybakina's box because he's been away. He'll probably be there if he's not there in Cincinnati, then that's different. That's different. Deb, don't start with that. I don't want people to start conspiracizing about that. There's no confirmation or evidence of that. I wonder what's going on with her. I mean, Rybakina hasn't been going great since like Stuttgart. When she won Stuttgart, since then it's been tough. And I tell you, this week she's not played well. We've watched I think we've watched all her matches this week, and she hasn't played well throughout the matches. She's thrown in a lot of errors. All right, so the winner of this, by the way, is going to play Coco Gauff, who got a walkover after Bencic pulled out with a hip problem, which sucks because I wanted to watch that match. I thought that match was going to be awesome. All right, serve is a fault from Osaka. Second serve. Yeah, so the points stick around for a year. So it's a 52-week system. So the ranking points are based on how many points you've won over the span of a year. And that just keeps rolling on as you keep going through the weeks. Points drop off, you gain points. But it's sort of like the accumulation of points for a 52-week period. As Osaka 30 love. So the Australian Open will stick with Rybakina until January, right? So that it's just the points that she has the semis of Cincy next week, and then the WTA finals at the end of the year is going to be huge. But the US Open, she's got some points to make up. So, pardon me, she's got it's not all just like defend. There's been a 30 love. Backhand goes up the line from Rybakina. Osaka forehand cross court, beautiful shot. Rybakina gets it back. Osaka backhand now to the backhand of Rybakina. Rybakina puts it away. That is great play by Rybakina. 30-15. Pardon me. That was ridiculous. Great hitting. 30-15. Serving the backhand of Rybakina. Backing up from Osaka up the line. Rybakina forehand. Into the forehand of Osaka. Is Rybakina backhand again. Osaka on the stretch. Is Rybakina backhand again. Into the backhand of Osaka up the line. Rybakina forehand in the net. It's 40-15. 40-15. Rybakina was at her best in the AO. She was. Between like January and Ace wide. Between January and April, Rybakina was crazy. She probably should have won Indian Wells. She had championship point, right? Which would have made her have she might have been number one. That could have been the difference between her being number one and not. Because remember, if you win Indian Wells, you get 1,000 points. If you lose, you get 600, I think. So, 400 points. And she beat Sabalenka to do it. So, that would have been, that her and Sabalenka were playing for that, right? So that could have been a big difference, and we could have been going into next week thinking Rybakina's number one, right? Or she could have been number one. So how big was that match for Sabalenka, right? To defend that, to save that match, All right, first serve's a fault. Second serve into the backhand of Osaka. Return goes to the forehand of Rybakina. And Osaka gets it back to the forehand of Rybakina. Up the line is a winner by Rybakina, and it's 30 love. 30 love. As Rybakina serves again. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Return into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand Goes long, 40 love. $40 love. All right, we get a let. As the return goes out by Osaka, and Rybakina holds. That's the best game she's played so far. All right, 3-2 Osaka with the break. All right, how we doing, chat? Rooting for Osaka in this game. Yeah, so the winner plays Coco, and if you don't know the joke or the law, Rybakina and Gauff don't play. They're not allowed to play. They haven't played for many years. They played one time ever, and they're never allowed to play again. And that's the rule. So Osaka's going to win this because that's the law. That's the way it is. So yeah, let's see if the tennis gods laugh again. Osaka and Gauff have played many times. In fact, fun fact, the first ever match we watched on this channel back in 2019 for WTA was Osaka Gauff back in the US Open 2019. For the first year of this channel, I only could watch men's tennis because I gotta be honest, I didn't know much about the WTA, and I didn't know who was who, and I also thought it was going to be too much to cover two tours. And I was right, it is too much, but I do it anyway. And now, 7 years later, we might get to see them play again. So full circle moment. But we've seen them play a bunch, and it's a great matchup, that one. Osaka has already peaked. Okay, Bencic did retire. Yes. All right. Back to Osaka with the break. 3-2. 3-2. As we get a 4-4 rally. Osaka down the middle of the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again. Is in the net. And it's love 15. Tennis gods say no. That's it. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Return goes out. 15-0. By the way, chat, we're only 90 away from 318,000 subs. So thank you for that. We are getting dangerously close to 320, which is insane. As a return goes into the forehand of Osaka, up the line of the backhand of Rybakina, lob goes up. Osaka smash, puts it away. And it's 30-15. What's a head-to-head between these two? 0-0. They've never played, which is fascinating. It is fascinating. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Return goes into the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand. Into the backhand of Osaka as Rybakina backhand on the stretch. Osaka backhand up the line. Rybakina is not going to get there because Osaka overhits it. Oh no. 30-all. Big trouble for Osaka now. 30-all. As we just serve again. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka as Rybakina backhand again. The backhand of Osaka. Rybakina back up the line. Goes long. All right, 40-30. 40-30. to keep the break. And a great serve. All right. Osaka, 4-2. All right, 4-2. All right, back to Rybakina. Back to Rybakina. She serves. And the return goes into the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina puts it away. All right, 15-love. Rybakina has played against Serena, but not against Naomi. I know, right? It's crazy. 15-love. First serve, the fault. Second serve. Serving the backhand of Osaka. Return is in. And Rybakina's forehand goes long. Jeez, that was a shocking forehand. 15-all. As we get a serve. Oh, beautiful serve. Huge serve down the tee. 30-15. TM breaks back. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that one as well. Marita takes on TN. Winner plays Shelton. All right, serve. And the backhand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina to the forehand of Osaka. Osaka misses it wide. And it's 40-15. Yeah, this is the first time they played. First meeting between these two. All right, return goes to forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. 40-30. As we just serve again. Into the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand as Osaka gets back with a slice. And then a forehand wide by Rybakina. Man, she keeps just missing the last shot. Deuce. All right, deuce. As we just served on the tee, but it's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Return goes in to the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again as Rybakina keeps it going to the forehand of Osaka. And Osaka misses it wide. Advantage Rybakina. Who do I think is going to win this? I think I've gone Osaka in 3. Just based on this week's form. Because they've never played, so it's hard to... And they've also played players that are similar to each other, right? I mean, they've both played Sabalenka, so... They're very similar the way they play. They don't want to have to defend much. They want to be aggressive. They both want to serve well. So it's hard to judge based on there's no evidence of them playing, right? So, yeah. I've gone Osaka because she's playing better this week. And she hits it out in the return Osaka, and it's 4-3. That's the only, the way that they're playing this week, I think, is the most important thing about this head-to-head. All right, 4-3. So, yeah. So that's who I'm going with. And that's who I am sticking with, even up to this point, because Rybakina hasn't convinced me that she is playing any better than she was yesterday. All right, how we doing, chat? Rybakina making it harder than it has to be, and she's struggling. Gauff will be fresh. Yeah. I mean, she gets the day off today and she gets to play tomorrow against... Well, she's hoping that these two play 3 sets, right? But yeah, Gauff plays the winner of this match tomorrow night. So she will be fresh. No, I'm not going to put the ATP score up, but I'll tell you what's happening. So just ask me and I'll tell you. It's 2-0 in the first set. Marita's backhand is nuts. I haven't watched him. We'll watch him tomorrow if he wins tonight. We'll watch him play Shelton, but yeah, I've never seen him. But obviously he's another young Spanish player to watch out for. So all the next generation players are coming from Spain and America, apparently. Apparently that's where all the next generation are coming from. They're all Spanish or American. I'll tell you this, chat, and we're not going to get political, but it is interesting that we're not getting any Russians come through. And I think we're starting to see the effects of them. Like, obviously Russians are not banned, but they're not allowed to have tournaments, right? They're not allowed to host events. The ATP, WTA don't go there anymore. So it's kind of sad that, that Russian tennis is probably going to struggle, because I don't know any young players coming through that are from Russia at the moment. Because how do they develop in their own country if they're not allowed to, if they can't get visas to go to other parts of Europe, or, I mean, part of hosting a tournament is giving wildcards to locals, but they can't host, right? So, and I even think that the challenger levels in ITF, I don't think they are allowed to host, or they've chosen not to give Russia any tournaments. So like there is no way to play on the tour unless you leave. It's tricky. On the men's side, I'm saying, on the men's side. 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 On the women's side, we've still got plenty of players, right? You've got that young, what's her name? Liutova. She lives in America. Well, there you go. But on the men's side, like, I can't think of one who's the youngest Russian in the top 100? Like, probably, and how old are they? Are they like 30, 25? Like, yeah, and that's going to be the follow-on from not being able to, host events and stuff. So Medvedev and Rublev could be the last generation of Russian players we have for a while. Whereas 5-10 years ago, or 10 years ago, everyone was like, there was so many Russians coming through. Even if you want to go with half Russian with Zverev and Tsitsipas, right? There's a lot of Russian players coming through. Bublik, right? Even though he plays for Kazakhstan, right? But yeah, it's just not gonna. I think we're gonna have a bit of a void, because the youngest Russian under 25 is 260 in the world. As that goes wide by Osaka, and it's 40-30. But yeah, I'm looking. There's a couple of 21-year-olds at 500 in the world that are playing small events and doing well, but man, it's gonna be tough. Because also you got to remember that, like, hosting those events, right, will then provide the federation with money, which then the federation can give back to the players and support the players. So when they're not hosting events and they're not making that revenue to put into the federation can't support the players the same way. So how do the players? Well, the players have to go to another country, right? They go to Kazakhstan, they go to Uzbekistan, right, to get the funding so they can pursue their career. It's going to be really tough if the Russian Federation don't get any of that. Plus, I don't know if they're even getting any support through the ITF, right? Because, so it's a shame that the young players from Russia that may have been, one of the best players in the world might struggle, or may not even become a pro. We might be losing a few players from there, which is a bit of a shame. But it is what it is. It's the way things are. Love 15. So just, yeah, expect maybe less Russian players coming through on the men's side. Love 15. Osaka with a 5-3 lead. As a default second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Backhand from Rybakina. Into the front of Osaka. Is Rybakina backhand again? Into the backhand of Osaka. Osaka in the net. And it's 15-all. The 15-all. I'll tell you this, maybe start expecting Kazakhstan to pop off a little bit, even though they already have. Like, maybe we might be starting to get a lot more players from Kazakhstan. You know, maybe Kazakhstan has a bit of a boom because of this what I just mentioned, right? We've already seen that with like Bublik and obviously Rybakina, who are Russian born, but expect maybe even more so. Like, Russia might be a real like threat, because they might be able to, you know, bring in all these new players that aren't getting supported because of what's been going on. That would be interesting if, like, in 5 years we have, like, you know, like Kazakhstan are in the Davis Cup final. Like, that would be maybe it's possible. I don't know. All right, return the net for 30-all. 30-all. Rybakina just trying to stay in this set. All. Ace out wide. 40-30. Yeah, no worries. Deb, that was my fault. We're talking about it. We're talking about Russia being struggling in tennis on the men's side. That was my bad. 40-30. Serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Backhand out from Rybakina. Is Osaka backhand up the middle? And the forehand winner by Rybakina. It's 5-4. Yeah. By the way, Deb, I did say at the start of that conversation not to get political. So, I mean, I said that we're not getting political. I'm just talking about, we're just getting into why Russian tennis is maybe going to struggle. I did say not to get political. It wasn't based on politics. It was based on tennis. Sometimes they intertwine. Anyways, moving on. Has anyone ever lost a match without winning a single point? Probably. Probably. Which of these two would give Gauff would be better match against Gauff? Probably Osaka. Again, with the way that Rybakina has been playing this week, sorry, I would say I would rather see Coco take on Osaka. I think right now that's you don't want to see the first match between, well, I don't want to see the first match between Rybakina and Osaka. So Rybakina and Gauff, the first match in a long time, be a boring crap match. So I'd rather play Osaka. Osaka Gauff's more interesting this week for me. Not with Rybakina in this form. Osaka over Swiatek in the final. Ooh, interesting. Rybakina, born in Moscow, changed allegiances to Kazakhstan to receive more financial support. Wonder if other developing Russian players do the same. Well, if you look at all the Kazakhstani players, they're all from Russia. I think pretty much all of them. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, you know, it will be interesting. And then you've got like Uzbekistan have got a bunch of players now. Obviously, Kazakhstan have been around, like they've been a thing. So, yeah, maybe we'll see. You know, Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan both start to really, you know, do some damage in the sport. Especially Uzbekistan. They haven't really been a big tennis nation before, but maybe they will be. More of a factor, you know. As we had a 4 in the net by Osaka. Oh no. Love 15. Love 15. Thanks, Deb. Has been a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Serve in the back of Rybakina in the net. 15-0. Serve again. Into the back of Rybakina. Rybakina needs a return winner. All right, 15-30. Osaka has been the better player in this set. Yeah, Juvian, I agree. That is going to be tough too. As it a 4-4 rally. Osaka again to the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina hits a long 30-0. 30-0. "30-0. 2 points away, Osaka from taking the first. Serve again. Oh, too good. Osaka gets that point. My computer shit itself. By the way, 4-3. 4-3 to Tien. As with a 4-4 rally. Rybakina. Forehand again to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand again to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina. Forehand again. Into the forehand of Osaka to the back of Rybakina. Osaka. Goes cross court. Rybakina on the stretch. Goes long. Osaka wins the first. 6-4. But Rybakina was starting to come back there at the end. The first set, like Osaka was dominating. She was kind of crushing Rybakina. But then those last couple of games felt like a little bit of a momentum shift. Maybe Rybakina in Rybakina's favor. Maybe a little bit too late in that set. But she might be able to come out a little stronger in the second. It did feel Rybakina was starting to press Osaka a bit more at the end. But Osaka wins the first 6-4. Rybakina's gone to the bathroom. All right. First set in the bag. Rybakina used to win matches against high-ranked players, but she's not in form. I think it's confidence too, right? A lot of errors. But even Osaka hit a lot of errors in that set. 5 winners, 17 errors. Osaka, 11 winners, 24 errors from Rybakina. Osaka won 35 points, and 24 of those were errors from Rybakina. So that's a gift. She won 11 points on her own, Osaka, basically. Like, that was a big chunk of points given to Osaka from Rybakina. So, yeah, it really needs to lock it down. Can you give us details on the draw of Cincinnati? Tien just broke, by the way. What do you mean? I haven't made a video because I've been live, but yeah, what do you want to know? We did the draw live, so you can go watch the stream. That's why I did the live stream during the draw, because so you guys can watch it. But if you have any questions about Cincy, throw them at me. What's up? Coco did, yeah, she won. Yeah, Coco won. Yeah, she won. Yeah, true, Rob. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. What happened with Bencic? She has a hip issue. She has a hip problem. Where's Vukov? I don't know. We were talking about this earlier. I think he might just not be there this week. He's gonna. If he's not in Cincy, then we got to start talking about it. But I think he just hasn't. He just didn't come here. And I think a lot of players have their coaches don't always travel. All right. Fates against Rybakina. Once Coco got the walkover, they don't want us to have that match with Gauff. Oh, you know it. You know it, chat. I say it every time that people ask, oh, Rybakina Gauff, that could be the semis. No, it can't be the semis. It's never going to be the semis. It can't be the semis. It won't be the semis. It will never be the semis. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm not the tennis gods. I answer to the gods, and they don't want that match. Jay.
With these young Spanish players coming through, I'm hoping that Spain can finally get the Davis Cup. Vamos.
I think Spain this year will be, I mean, it depends if they make it through because Alcaraz has to play, but I mean, yeah, Spain's Davis Cup team is crazy with Alcaraz, Hodar, Merida, and everybody else. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Landa Luce, I mean, they've got a nuts team and a young team too. Like they've got, that's a 10-year generation of Davis Cup players. Like they've got a great team. Like Spain are going to be a great team for 10 years. Like the next 10 years, they'll be the favorite. Because those guys are all really young. So, I mean, maybe even 15 years. I mean, Davis Cup, unless something happens with the players and the coach and they have a falling out or something. But yeah, Davis Cup, Spain are set for at least 15 years with that team. Crazy. Yeah, for Kina as well. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a nuts team. I mean, they could make two teams. That is crazy. All right, here we go. We're back into serve. Let's see if she can build on that little bit of momentum. She was starting to she didn't get the momentum back, but she was definitely trying to get it back. It felt like things were starting to change in the end of that set. She serves again in the backhand of Osaka. Return goes to front of Rybakina. Osaka wins the point, though. Rybakina hits it out. Bad error. And it's love 15. A lot of errors from Rybakina this week. A lot of errors. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Osaka. Return goes long. 15-all. Why can't Rybakina and Coco play? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's just not allowed. Just not allowed. Tennis gods have made their choice, and it's not allowed. 30-15. As we get a let. As a fault, second serve. Osaka did beat Sabalenka at Wimbledon, yeah. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Return goes backhand of Rybakina. Osaka misses in the net. It's 40-15. 40-15. And then an ace. All right. One love Rybakina in the second. It's so crazy these two haven't played. I know, right? It is crazy. It is crazy. Because Rybakina has been like, we watched Rybakina back in like early 2020, right? Like, it's not like Rybakina is like just jumped on the scene 2 years ago. Like we watched her play Barty back in 2020 AO. You know, and Osaka was around at that time, right? They both were around. Osaka was still at the top of the game at 2020. And then even when Rybakina won Wimbledon, Osaka was still there. And then it was in 2023 that she wasn't there. And then, but Osaka's been around for the last 2 years, back from having a baby. She hasn't been gone. She's been back for at least 2 years. And Rybakina has been good for 2 years. Like it's weird that they just have never crossed paths. It's crazy. 4-4 in rally. As Rybakina hits a wide, 15 love. But today is the day that they finally meet. They've never met each other before. They don't even remember their names. He ends up a set and a break. Yeah, the same age. It's insane that they haven't crossed paths. I don't think Osaka played juniors, so Rybakina did, but Osaka wouldn't have played her in the juniors because Osaka didn't play juniors. So, yeah, weird, strange. Backhand goes up the line into the forehand of Rybakina, forehand from Osaka again. The forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand up the line to the backhand of Rybakina. Into the backhand of Osaka. That's a great shot, Osaka. Whew. What a backhand. Just clubbed it. 30 love. Maybe the thought of being number one is paralyzing Rybakina. I'll tell you, that's not a bad observation. I think so too. I think there is some of that. Remember how Zverev had that problem too? Like Zverev obviously Grand Slam, he had a Grand Slam winning problem first, but remember that when he had the opportunity, he started to have some bad losses, and you're like, wait, what? Like it's just like the opportunity to be number one is there, and it's like the pressure just ramps up. So I reckon there might be something to that. That like the moment that she became legitimately, there's an opportunity for her to be number one. Maybe she got a little spooked. 30-0. And look, fair enough. I mean, it's a big opportunity, right? It's a big chance for her to be the best player on the planet. Lovely 4-hand winner. 30-0. And look, no Vukov. We know when Vukov's not there, how things are so different. How she plays so bad when he's not there, which is, 40-30. Nice serving Osaka. Serve again. As the return goes in the net by Rybakina. All right. 1-0. One game all. Now back to Rybakina. They're not the same age. Rybakina's 27, Osaka's 29. I mean, they're similar. It's not that far off. So wait, you're saying Rybakina's 27 and Osaka's 29 in October. So she's 28 right now. Then that's, what do you mean? No, 15 love. Serve is a fault, second serve. I think when people are saying they're the same, similar age, like they're the same generation, right? You'd put them in the same category of like the same generation. You usually have like 1 or 2 years, like 2 to 3 years. If you're within 2 years of each other, you're in the same generation, I think, or the same orbit, right? Of like, you would have crossed paths growing up, right? 16-year-olds play 18-year-olds in juniors sometimes, or so I'd put them in the same generation. But yeah, they're not the same age. I mean, actually, they're not the same age. 15-0. Double fault. All right, 15-30. Chance for Osaka to get off to a good start in the second here as well. Serve. Ace out wide. That is clutch. Osaka gives her a round of applause. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. 30-40. Break point for Osaka to take the break in the second. $30-40. 30-40. Great serve to the back of Osaka. 4 now from Rybakina. Goes long. Too many errors. Too many errors. Story of the week for Rybakina. Too many errors. It's like she's trying to hit the ball too hard. She's trying too hard to win 3 points. But look, and I'll say this, chat, and I think there might be a little bit of, I mean, you can definitely, there's some validity to this. I think she might be injured too. There might be something wrong with Rybakina. She might have, maybe an injury is not the right word. I think there might be something like she's sore. Because I remember before Wimbledon, she withdrew from Baden-Berg. And there was some issues there, but then she played Wimbledon. She lost early, right? Bit of a shock. And this week, she's not been playing well. And consistently playing bad. And you think, well, she can't be that down on confidence. So maybe there's something, maybe she's dealing with something that's been lingering. And she's played a lot of tennis this year, right? Rybakina, you know, we've seen her, she thrived at the end of last year after the first half of the year not being great, which meant, the less you play, the less you win, the less you play, right? So the less you have to worry about your body. But the more you win, the more you play. And there's more, you know, look at Sinner, right? I mean, he's pulling out with a knee injury. And since he's played a lot of tennis because he's won a lot of tennis. Rybakina's won a lot of matches, right? More matches you play, the more they're likely to, your body's likely to rebel, right? Again, I don't think it's, unless she said so. But something to think about. It could be a combination of all things. Or it could just be because, she doesn't have a coach, which seems to be a common thing. When he's not there, she doesn't play well. I can't remember. Was it a hip before Wimbledon that she had? Or was it, that might have been Svitolina. I can't remember. She definitely pulled out of Baden-Berg with something, and there was an injury concern for her. I can't remember what it was. Somebody in the chat remember? And Rybakina has been injury prone. I mean, it's not like she's had injuries. Remember how she's had injuries on and off. And usually this time of year she doesn't play well anyway. Look at the results in the US. She doesn't do well there. Was it shoulder? Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, many reasons why she could be playing at this level. Could be a combination of all things. Could be one of those things. Backhand return. Into the backhand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina. Again to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand again. As Osaka goes up the line in the net. 15-all. Psychology, something maybe. Yeah, well, that's it, right? We're talking about that too. It might be because, maybe she's on she's on a losing streak. So then, well, not a losing streak, but she's not been winning as much as she was. So mentally, that's got to be an issue too. But she's not been playing well this week at all. Like her 4 matches so far are not the Rybakina that won in Australia, She's not playing well. But she played well then. 15-all? Beautiful forehand winner. 15-30. As Osaka serves fault, second serve. Second serve. Ooh, a double fault. Okay. Double fault. Osaka's giving Rybakina a chance to get back. All right. $15-40. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. There's a return. Goes in the forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina. Osaka gets back. Rybakina forehand. Osaka with the pass. Rybakina with the volley. That's a nice shot. Osaka gets there, but it goes wide, and Rybakina's broken back. 2-0. All right. All right. All right, here we go. As the return goes in the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina puts it away, 15-love. I think Coco does have a shot at the US. Oh, yeah. The US Open is still wide open for, I don't think anyone's a favorite yet, but I'd say Coco is putting on a good performance this week. Reminding us why she's, reminding us of 3 years ago, right? All right, serve again. Double fault. Ugh. Fifteen all. 15 all. Yeah, there's like 10 different players that could win, right? That's crazy. As Rybakina serves another fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina. Into the forehand of Osaka. It's Rybakina backhand cross court. Osaka gets back. Rybakina backhand again. Into the backhand of Osaka is Rybakina. Wins a point. Osaka hits it long. And it's 30-15. Not as cool as your TV VCR cam. I found a 4-liter bottle of water for $1.80. Hey, that's pretty cool. All right. 30-15. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return. Goes the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. 30-all. There's too many errors, man. Too many errors. $30-all. Serve. As the return goes deep into the back of Rybakina. Backhand from Osaka into the forehand of Rybakina. As Osaka forehand again, the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina hits it wide. 30-40. 30-40. Osaka to break again. $30-40. Made a fault, second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Rybakina. Backhand from Osaka. Into the forehand of Rybakina as Osaka backhand again. Rybakina on the stretch goes cross court with the forehand. Osaka gets it back. Rybakina backhand to the backhand of Osaka. Again to the backhand of Rybakina. Osaka up the line. Rybakina forehand goes in the net. There's the break again. All right, 3-2. Osaka with a center break. Pegula would need certain players to lose for her to win with the US Open. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky situation. All right, 3-2, setting a break. Again for Osaka. Again, just errors, man. Too many errors from Rybakina. Bencic withdrew because she had a hip injury. So hip issue. So many errors Rybakina. But that's been the story of the week. I mean, we watched her play Dasha, and she hit a lot of errors, which allowed Dasha a chance to get in the match. And then the match against Samsonova, she played shocking, and she was lucky to win that because Samsonova just played a little worse. towards the end. She was down a double break in the third. You know, and yeah, you can get away with it against those players, but you can't do that against Osaka. Osaka's not going to let you hit, 50 errors and win. So yeah. Rybakina has no coach support there. The one dude looks asleep. Yeah. He's not the main though, right? He's the assistant or the caretaker coach this week. Just relaying the message that Vukov has said, but different coming from somebody that's not him, right? I mean, it might be the same message, but it's not the same person, right? It is fascinating. Whenever Vukov is not there, Rybakina plays some of the worst tennis. Like, it's not even how many, it's become a point, it's come to a point where we're actually talking about whether or not he's there because it's such a factor. It's such a big, difference, is Vukov there? Like, if she starts to lose, we ask that question legitimately. Because when he's not there, she doesn't play well for some reason. And she doesn't, it's such a weird thing that the coach is not there and Rybakina just doesn't know how to play. 15 love. It'd be interesting if he does come to Cincinnati and see how she plays there. If she plays a ridiculous first match, then we know that he has to come around all the time. You have to be there all the time. 30 love. And look, we don't know if maybe if he's not there next week, then we can talk more about why. Why is he not there? But I mean, that could be a thing too, right? I mean, next week, if he's not there next week, it might make sense why she was playing bad this week because maybe they're not working together. We don't know, right? Too early to say any of that. But if it turns out he's not there next week, and then she says, "Oh, I'm not working with him anymore," then we can go, "Oh, she played bad because that was going on," and that's a big, that's obviously coaching changes are always a big deal. 40 love. Is it a fault second serve? Osaka to consolidate the break. Double fault. 40-15. 40-15. Rybakina needs a new coach. Why? She won the Australian Open this year. Why does she need a new coach? 40-15. Back of return. Into the backhand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina. Into the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand again. Osaka on the stretch. Again to the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka slice in the net. Nice. Hitting from Rybakina. 40-30. They interviewed Ben and he just said that was the best game that he's ever played in his life. Ever. Yeah. And it was. Yeah. He's right. That was. I love that. You guys know that I'm a big Ben Shelton fan. And that was so satisfying to watch. 40-30. As the return goes in the backhand of Osaka. Forehand Rybakina is in the net. It's 4-2. That was so. That's I love seeing Shelton play like that, playing that good. Because that's what we all see as fans. We're like, holy shit, that's what he can do. We knew that he could do that, and then he does that, and you're like, yes. Against Menchik, I mean, Menchik is no joke. Menchik is no joke. He crushed him. Tien's also on fire. I'll tell you, Tien Shelton is going to be crazy too. The Americans this week are going nuts on the men's side. Yeah, Tien's up a set and a break. It's crazy to think that there's 3 out of the 4 semifinals of American, and then there's Hodar. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. That the Americans are thriving this week. And then it's not Fritz, it's not Tiafoe, it's not Paul, right? It's the new Americans. Newer Americans. The younger Americans. Like Nakashima is sort of like slightly younger than the others. But yeah, Tien and Shelton. It's awesome. American tennis is coming back. Love 15. And then you got Coco on the ladies' side. Serving the backhand of Osaka, and then Rybakina crushes the winner. 15-0. It would be fun to watch Tien versus Shelton as well, if that's what we get, because very different types of players too. Two very different styles, but both left-handed. So, yeah, that'd be a very, very fun matchup. All right, 15-0. There's a bit of fault second serve. Yeah, Tien's going to be scrambling. Shelton's going to be serving big bombs. It's going to be awesome. Serve to the back of Osaka. Return goes forward for Rybakina. Osaka slice. It's Rybakina. Puts it down the line for a winner. 30-15. Benchage to look good versus Eala. Suddenly has a hip injury. I don't think suddenly. I don't think it was suddenly. She played a very tough match against Townsend. She came in with tape on her leg against Eala, so it wasn't like she came in fresh. Now the tape looked like it was on the hamstring, but you know, maybe she was also affected by a hip issue. So again, I don't think, like, I know some people have been coming in being like, oh, she beats Eala and you're disappointed because Eala's not here. I get that, but now Benčić isn't just like, she didn't just like quit because she didn't feel like it. Like she had issues against Eala. She just was able to hit bigger and beat Eala off the ground. But Benčić didn't look fresh at all against Eala. So I'm not surprised she pulled out. And she also knows that there's bigger fish to fry, and that's at the US Open. She knows. Like, she's been around for long enough that you don't mess with injuries, or you don't try and play injured at this point. You rest for the big one. Like, Canada's not the tournament to win, you know. 40-30. So, yeah, this is totally normal. Players, this is what happens. Players have this happen. It sucks, though, because I wanted to see that match. And it does suck for Eala, but that's tennis. 40-30. Anyone else get like hand cramps? My hands are fucked. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, 4-3. Maybe I'm just clenching my fist too much. Anyways, 4-3. All right. Rybakina sticks around. Benčić took an off-court medical timeout in the first match here. Oh, did she? So she was injured from the start. There you go. It's 6:30 and I've had to go to hospital around 8 a.m. Should I sleep? Why do you have to go to the hospital at 8 a.m.? Hopefully, all right. So you get an hour's sleep. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't, but I don't sleep anyway, so. Arthritis? Yeah, maybe that's what I got. Maybe I got arthritis. Benčić 6-2 against Gauff. What do you mean? 6, like head to head? Is it 6-2? Is it? I don't think it was. I thought it was Gauff was up 6-2 or something. I don't know. I made a preview. I can't remember. All right, 4-3. Osaka with the break here. With the set and the break. Let's see if she can get this done in straights. That would be super impressive. If she won this match in straight sets, that was not on my bingo card. I've noticed your hands have been bugging you today. I don't know what's going on. My hands have just been It's weird. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just from lack of sleep or something. Anyways, 4-1 winner, 4-1 error by Rybakina, 15 love. Magnesium, okay. Listen to my body. If I listen to my body, I would never stream. So if I listen to my body, I wouldn't be. I'd get a 9 to 5. All right, serve. And into the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand again goes in the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand again. Into the forehand of Osaka is Osaka in the net. 15-0. Yeah, this channel wouldn't exist if I listened to my body. Maybe I broke my finger somehow. No, it's not. My hands are fine. They don't look any different. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Who fucking knows? Anyways, 4-1 winner by Rybakina, 15-30. Nobody cares about hands. 15-30. Chance for Rybakina to get a break point here, maybe. Your hands hurt because you have a broken heart. Why do I have a broken heart? She'll come back to you. Why are you saying that to me? That's my joke. I say that to you. Hey, don't use my jokes against me. 15. Hey, that's not funny. Backhand goes long. 30. Hey. Hey. That's my joke. Don't use my joke. My wife is still a real, very real person. She's not here right now. But she's a person that's here. All right, 30-0. The return goes backhand of Osaka. Forehand of Rybakina. Again, the forehand of Osaka is Rybakina backhand. Cross court. Osaka gets there, but in the net. Break back point. 30-40. 30-40. By the way, Tien just won in straight sets. Crushed Marita. So Tien versus Shelton. Tien versus Shelton is a lock. We'll watch that tomorrow. All right, serve. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Return the back of Osaka. Osaka misses it. Rybakina's back. Somehow, she's back on serve. She is back on serve. All right. Is Cam pulling out with an arm injury? No, I wouldn't do that. All right. All right. Rybakina does the minimum she needs to. She's not doing much. As the backhand goes wide from Osaka, and it's 15-0. Marita needs more hardcore matches. Well, he had a great week, Marita. 15-0. As we have a backhand rally. Osaka backhand again, the backhand of Rybakina. Up the line, the winner by Rybakina, 30-15. Scoreboard's broke. There it is. 30-15. 30-15. All right, Rybakina with a shake of the fist as well. Okay. She's starting to get serious. Serve. Ace. Woo. Okay. All right. 40-15. That's all good, Greg's. Deb can see that. It auto translates for her, so it's fine. And they're not saying anything bad anyway. They're fine. As we're back in return. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka. Again, the forehand of Rybakina is Osaka. Forehand again, the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again. But Rybakina hits a wide. 40-30. 40-30. Comeback has started. 40-30. Winner plays Coco Gauff. Serve. Into the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina puts it away. And Rybakina leads 5-4 in the second. And now it's Osaka serving to stay in the set. All right. Yeah, Deb knows every single language now. She's multilingual. All right. Watching the planet parade tomorrow. Also, the eclipse, partial shooting star, and Milky Way. Sorry, off topic. That's a lot of things to do at the same time. So wait, what you're saying is tomorrow, basically tomorrow, is the end of the world. As we know it. I'm so jealous. We don't have that shit here. Australia we don't get that. You all get those, you get to see the sun behind the moon or whatever. Where's there smoke, there's fire? Is there? Where's the fire? Where? I think Gauff is playing better than both of these two. Thoughts? Yes. Yeah, tonight, for sure. I think Gauff played better the other night than these two tonight. Yeah. Look like it's going to be a tiebreaker. Naomi is tenacious. Yeah. The universe is unraveling, is it? Here we go. Osaka serving to stay in the set. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka. Slice. And then Rybakina hits a winner. Love 15. Love 15. Is Rybakina going to steal this? Love 15. Serve again. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Return the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand. Again to the forehand of Osaka. Osaka gets it out. Oh no. Love 30. Love 30. As we do a return, goes out by Rybakina, 15-30. $15-30. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve from the backhand of Rybakina. Backhand of Osaka. The backhand of Rybakina is Osaka. Wins that point. Goes over the baseline from Rybakina. 30-all. All right, 30-all. As we get a fault. Second serve. Serve with the forehand of Rybakina. Return goes to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand. Into the forehand of Osaka up the line of the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka again. The forehand of Rybakina is Osaka. Cross-court forehand is too strong from Osaka. What a shot. 40-30. Great shot. 40-30. Osaka to level the set, I should say. I was going to say take the set. That's too early. All right, 40-30. We're going to fault second serve. All right, nice serving Osaka. She is level. All right, 5-all. Five. As we get a let. And then we get a fault. Second serve. There's a backhand return, goes to forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka. Again to the forehand of Rybakina, but Osaka doesn't even run for it. Rybakina hits the winner, 15-love. Lovely shot. Up the line, 15-love. All right, 30-love. Nice hitting again. I have no idea what that was, but thank you. As a return, goes into the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka to the slice of Rybakina. And that was out by Rybakina. 30-15. Yep. Thank you for whatever that noise is. All right, 30-15. That noise is annoying, and I don't know how to stop it. But thank you for the whatever super things. Yep, thank you, appreciate it. You guys know who you are. Anyways, 4-1 winner, 40-15. That's annoying. I can't turn off the sound. I don't know how to do it. I don't know why it even does that, but whatever. Anyways, 40-15. Thank you for all the whatevers. The gift. What are they? Thank you for the super gift, I guess. 40-15. As a return. Goes the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. 40-30. 40-30. So yeah, so thank you, King, Deb, and Real for the super gifts. That's what I'm going to call them. As with a backhand rally. Osaka up the line. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina hits it out. We get the deuce. All right, big problem now. Hey, and thank you, Gina, for the 50 months. Appreciate that. All right, deuce. Has been ace from Rybakina. And Osaka gives her a round of applause. Advantage Rybakina. All right, serve again. Into the back of Osaka. Return goes out. Rybakina holds. 6-5. In the second, Osaka's going to serve to get to a tiebreak. All right. All right. Osaka's always has a sense of the moment. Love that about her. Yeah, let's see. Thanks for the gifts and the extra the noise. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Why it does that and how to turn it off because yeah, or how to change it even. Maybe changing it is better because I want people to know that if they do that, I acknowledge that, but I just have no way of like that noise is annoying. It'd be better if it was like a thank you or something, you know. All right. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for that as well. Swiatek versus Fedolina. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I can't remember. I made a video. I don't know who I picked. I can't remember. There's I made a preview. So whatever I said in the preview is what I predicted. So yeah. Okay. As the return goes back in of Osaka, and Osaka gets a win up 15 love. So thank you, DJ, Anthony, and Real for all those, whatever, the super gift. Sounds like I'm saying stupid gift. I'm not saying stupid. It's not stupid, but I appreciate it. It's just a stupid noise. 30 love. Oops. 30 love. 30 love. As Osaka serves again. A fault, second serve. By the way, chat, we're almost at 500 likes as well. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already. He's going to 4 up the line and wide by Rybakina. 40 love. Osaka to take us to a tiebreak. All right, here we go. 40 love. As a return into the front of Osaka, Rybakina on the stretch, puts it wide, and we go to a tiebreak. All right, chat. All right.
And now it's time for the
tiebreak. All right. It is. It's time. Chat. Yes, you in the front row. I can see you. You. Hey. Hey. Tell me the score. What is the score? Why do I look? I have a massive forehead. God, have I really got this many wrinkles? Holy shit, Jack. Who's gonna win the tiebreak? You tell me. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Tell me. Hey. I will fix that. I just forgot to fix it. Okay. It's 1 love Rybakina. I will fix that. Don't worry. Eventually. I don't know where the chat went. It's supposed to be saying show the chat. 1 love. As Osaka puts it out, and it's 2 love. Rybakina. 2 love. Serving to the forehand of Rybakina, and then Osaka puts it away. 2-1. Rybakina with a mini break. 2-1. Uh, 2-1 Rybakina. There's a bit of fault, second serve. Yep. All right. As that goes out by Rybakina, we're back on serve 2-2. Osaka gets the mini break back. All right, 2-2 as we get a backhand up the middle. And then Osaka puts it back into the volley of Rybakina. Lob goes up by Osaka, but the lob goes long. And it's 3-2 Rybakina. Rybakina leads, but it's on serve. All right, 3-2. All right, we got a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Return goes long. 3-0. They change ends. Can someone test out one of those gifts? I just want to see if it works. I just want to try and narrow down where that noise is coming from and see if I can stop it. Oh, that noise is the door. Chat. Ah. I don't know what I bought. Anyways, 3-0. It's a surprise. It'll be a surprise. 3-3. All right, serve again from Osaka. There's a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Rybakina. Return the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina. Oh, gets the mini break. Osaka hit it long. All right, 4-3. Wait, did it work? No noise. All right, so I turned off the noise somehow. Did it? All right, first serve the fault, second serve. But how did I do it? I just turned off a bunch of stuff and I don't know which one. Anyways, backhand. Osaka's a winner, back on serve. All right, so I didn't do it, chat. It didn't change anything. Okay, now it's going to be excessive and it's going to be brutal. All right, let's just turn it down. All right, we're going to turn it down. Because now somebody is spamming, so it's fine. All right. Well, that didn't work. No. 4-0. Serve to the backhand of Osaka. 4-0 from Rybakina. And Osaka forehand goes wide. 5-4 Rybakina. 5-4 Rybakina. But it's on serve. 5-4. Serve again. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka to the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand again. Rybakina. Into the forehand of Osaka. Again, the forehand of Rybakina. Up the line and wide by Rybakina. 5-5. Set point. Set point coming up. I'm just 1 point ahead, don't worry. Someone's getting a set point. All right. 5-5. It's on Osaka's serve. Serve out wide the forehand of Rybakina. Return the forehand of Osaka. Oh, it's out by Osaka. 6-5. Rybakina. Set point to take us to a third. And this crowd love it. The packed house, by the way. I don't know what anybody else was saying. That's bullshit. There's lots of people there. It's packed. It's sold out. Are you kidding me? All right. 6-5. Serve. Into the forehand of Osaka. Return goes to the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka on the stretch. Rybakina comes in. Puts it away. And we're going 3. We're going 3. Rybakina fights back. And we're going 3. All right. 7-6 Rybakina. We're going the distance. And we're making up for the match that we didn't get. So that's good. All right. All right. We're going 3. We're going 3. At least we got 1 3-setter today. Yeah. So thank you, whoever sent all those things. I can't check who it was, but hang on. DJ Bob. Again, I don't know if they actually. Again, I don't know what they do. What they do. Anyways, 8 winners, 16 errors from Osaka, 16 winners, and 26 errors by Rybakina. Rybakina's hit 50 errors already today, but we're going 3, so it doesn't. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, both broke each other twice in that set. All right. I said Osaka in 3, and I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with Osaka in 3. I'm sticking with that. Osaka in 3, sticking with that. 3 it is. That's it. Elena must win. Okay. Can't believe Rybakina woke up midway through the second set. Yeah. Osaka had it on the ropes twice. And Rybakina fought back. Does Osaka look pissed off? Not really, because she kind of... It wasn't really her fault that the set went the wrong way. I mean, she got... Rybakina, towards the end of that tiebreak, she was the one who was putting the pressure on. So I don't think she's super annoyed at herself. The level is not good. So the quality is not good of this match. They're not playing their best. It's not like Sabalenka or Osaka French Open, which was really high quality. I can't believe 3,000 people are watching this, sir. me, same here. They must enjoy something. Yeah, Chad, why are you here? Why are you here? That doesn't make sense. Why are you here? Yeah, I'm surprised as you are. Tien did win, yeah. Tien took out Marita in straight, really easy too, like in an hour. So. Osaka's going to the bathroom. She's just waiting for Osaka to come back. Eala is in Cincinnati. Yep. Rybakina really wants to be number 1 soon. Well, she has to win. Shelton's going to destroy Tien. Yeah, we'll see that tomorrow. Who do I think wins? I think Osaka's going to win in 3. By the way, chat, where are you watching from? I haven't asked that yet. Where are you watching from? Yo, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Coco won by walkover. What does that mean? It means that her opponent withdrew from the match. That's what it means. All right, we got Canada, Oregon, Colorado, New Jersey, South Carolina, Iraq, Georgia, Vancouver, Glasgow, Montreal, Los Angeles, France, Thailand, Philippines, Florida, the Bahamas, Vietnam, Texas, Milwaukee, Seattle, Houston, Brazil, India, Sri Lanka, Venezuela, Mumbai, Michigan, Toronto, Taiwan, Brazil, Melbourne, Manila, Korea, Guyana, Portugal, Minnesota, you are Philip? No, I am Cam. I don't know who Philip is. Arizona, Jamaica, Pakistan, Morocco, Portland, St. Lucia, Canada, Indonesia. Are we neighbors? I don't think so. Nebraska, Birmingham. We got Laos, Texas. We're just waiting for Osaka to come back in the bathroom. Auckland, Sydney. People from everywhere. All right. One set to decide the semis. The last match of the quarterfinals. The final match of the quarterfinals to decide who is going to make it to the to play Coco tomorrow night. And I'm pretty sure it's the second match tomorrow, so be prepared for that. Thank you for whatever that was. Can I send a gift? Thank you, Mimi, for the thing. Can I send myself shit? I think I can, right? I seriously don't know how, like, what it does. Like, why, like, what, like, besides. Okay, here we go. It says here, choose your gift, send it, and it appears in the stream. Okay. I'm going to send some gold coins. Oh, and I've run out of coins. Okay, don't press combo. Don't press combo. I just lost all my coins. Anyways, 400 rally. All right, so when you press combo, it doubles up. So don't do that. I went from like 42 to 2 in like 5 seconds. It was like that. I was like, oh, and now I'm going to buy more. Okay, my bad. Don't do that. Love 15. Be warned. Don't click the combo button. All right. Well, that was, anyways. I used all mine up this morning. Yeah, I think my hair gone. Love 15. Osaka serves. Who's winning the final set, chat? Let me know. As a return goes to 400 of Rybakina, 400 from Osaka up the line as a winner. 15-0. 15-0. 15-0. As we get a fault second serve. Double fault. All right, 15-30. 15-30. All right, as Rybakina hits it long. 30. 30-0. 30-0. As we default second serve. Serving the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand up line. Rybakina backhand. Into the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina backhand again. Goes long. And it's 40-30. Osaka to get off to a good start in the final set. Thank you again. Do you guys see that in the chat? Does it actually show up in the chat as well? That's fun. All right, backhand from Osaka, and then Rybakina forehand goes long. And it's 1-love in the third. All right, 1-love in the third. Let's see. 6 wins, 1 loss this year for Rybakina and 3 setters. That's crazy good. It's animated and it overlays in the chat. Oh, cool. That's cool. Hey, it's my dog. All right. Ace down the tee. I'll tell you, Osaka is applauding a lot of Rybakina shots, and I love that for Osaka. She's really showing respect. They've never played before, but she's really, anytime Rybakina serves a big serve, she gives her a bit of a round of applause, except for that time because that was another great serve. But... All right. 9 aces for Rybakina. Serve again. Into the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina backhand. To the backhand of Osaka. Osaka off the tape. Goes in and she gets a little lucky. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. There's Rybakina serves. Another ace. That's 3 aces in the game. Jeez, great serving. All right, 40-15. As we default second serve. As that goes out by Rybakina on the forehand. 40-30. All right, another. Oh, that's a let. I was going to say another good serve, but no. It's a let. As a return, goes in the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina puts it away. 1-1. The noise is annoying. I agree. All right, 1-1. Uh, 1-1. As the return goes short into the forehand of Osaka, and Osaka puts it away. That's a beautiful shot. Lovely pick up by Osaka. 15-love. Imagine in the Eala stream hearing those noises every 10 seconds. Yeah, look, this is going to be a trial period, and I might have to turn the whole thing off. But I don't know how I can get rid of those sounds. But we'll see. Again, it's probably going to be more annoying than anything. I don't think the... Look, I appreciate everyone supporting the channel, but it's also... if I can't figure out how to turn off that noise, then it's probably not worth it. Because if it's more annoying for people than it is, then it's not worth it, you know. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Rybakina, the forehand goes up the line of the backhand of Rybakina, backhand from Osaka into the backhand of Rybakina, and Rybakina in the net. 40 love. What happened to the stats? I don't know. 40 love. They should be on the screen. Oh, they're not showing up. Hang on. You're right. Thank you for telling me. All right. All right. As we get to 40-15. Good serve down the tee. The return of Rybakina and then 4-1 from Osaka. All right. 2-1. Final set. It's because we were doing the draw and the stats weren't there for the draw. That's why. It's all good now. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It says you can turn the sound off in your notification preference on YouTube settings. Yeah, but that's not on my computer. It's a different thing. I think. I mean, I don't know if I can turn the sound off. Notification preference in YouTube settings. Yeah, that's not. I don't think I can do that on my computer. And I think it might be more for you guys than me. Like, you won't be able to hear it. Actually, how did that work? I don't even know how that works. Anyways. Like I said, we'll figure it out. We'll use it as a trial. And then we'll get rid of it if it sucks. If it's more of a pain in the ass. Greetings from Canada. What's up? How you doing? So whoever said Rybakina's going to go 6 love, well, the bold claim. You're also on Twitch? Yeah, true. 2-1. 2-1. Osaka, final set. A7T. 15 love. 2 hours played in this one. It's been a pretty average day. But this match has made up for all the straightforward matches we've had today. And the lack of matches because we missed one. We actually got bonus matches today because we weren't supposed to watch Hodar Feast. But at least this match has been the most interesting match of the day. Which makes sense because it was match of the day on paper anyway. 4-4 rally. That goes in the net by Rybakina 15-0. It was my match of the day. I don't know about you guys. But... maybe you liked another match. 15-0. And we're going to serve down the tee. Great serving Rybakina, man. 30-15. Rybakina really serving crazy. 30-15. As a return goes in the net, 40-15. Osaka sarcastically applauds Rybakina's serve when she feigns sportsmanship. I mean, look, we're not running a competition today for worst take, but yeah, you probably win for that one. Ace out wide, 2-0. But yeah, we're not running any competitions today, so you can keep it to yourself. All right, 2-0. Two all. Back to Osaka. 2-0. As the return goes out by Rybakina, 15 love. Does a withdrawal go towards your head-to-head? No. It doesn't. If you don't start the match, it doesn't count. I'm pretty sure. It might go on your head-to-head, but it doesn't count against you. It doesn't count as a loss. 4-4 rally. As Rybakina forehand again, the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand is a winner, 15-0. Felt bad for Bencic walkover. Why did she not retire against Eala? Because she was winning and she won against Eala. So, why would she retire if she was winning? Yeah. As the forehand goes wide by Rybakina, 30-15. And so Osaka serves. An ace-7-T, there we go. Warriors one back, 40-15. 40-15. So wait, Bencic pulling out, does that mean that Eala gets promoted? Or are they just putting a lucky loser there? They reshuffle the seeds, right? Because they haven't started. That lady's listening to Tennis Talk with me. Hello. That's what that lady was with the headphones. She was listening to us. Does that mean I have to redo the draw set preview? I do. So wait, Bencic pulling... Well, no, so what am I saying? Bencic hasn't pulled out of Cincinnati. I'm an idiot. Shut up. Just shut up. Oh, shut up. I thought... I'm thinking too far ahead. Yeah, it's 40-30. Sorry, she pulled out this week. She's not pulling out next week. Hang on. My bad. I'm just getting ready for that. 40-30. Yeah, we'll edit that out. Double fault on me, and also Osaka did double fault too. We both double faulted. All right, Deuce. No, she didn't withdraw from Cincy. My bad. I'm thinking too far ahead. That's my bad. I was thinking 2 steps ahead. All right, I got confused. For advantage. Advantage. Osaka. Rybakina hits it out in the return. Advantage Osaka. She says the photo Osaka second serve. As we're back in a backhand rally, up the line to the forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina goes wide, and it's 3-2. I miss you covering Eala because you are so alive. See you in Cincy. Okay. Goodbye. I will see you next week. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. 3-2 Osaka. All right. All right. All right. What happened to Bencic? She hurt her hip. I think Shelton takes it this year, maybe. It's wrong giving Osaka lots of cheap points. Well, she's been doing that all week, Rybakina. She's been playing this badly all week. She has given over like 50 errors, probably 60 errors now to Osaka. Osaka has to win this. If she loses after that, then that's a brutal loss. She's gonna have to win. She has to win now you know. Now, chat. I get there's a lot of Eala fans that are keen on what she's doing right now, but she's not playing. So we're gonna talk about this match. We'll talk about Eala when we watch it next week in Cincy. Don't worry. But there's a lot. I'm looking at the chat and it's full of Eala comments, and I'm like, what? Okay, Eala playing Rybakina, Eala doing this, Eala doing that. It's okay. She's not here, so you know, unless it's relating to this match, Eala is not playing, and it sucks that Bencic pulled out. You know, because then it could have meant that we got Eala Gauff, but here we are. All right, 3-2. Osaka with the lead in the final set. Does anyone have any questions about this match? As it'll fly up the middle to the back end of Rybakina. Rybakina on the net, love 15. Love 15. I'm Filipino too. Eala's not playing. Let's enjoy this match. I'm making a lot of noise. That's my job. I'm a professional yapper. Like, if I don't talk, it's just awkward, you know. Love 15. Serving to the forehand of Osaka. Return. To the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka backhand into the forehand of Rybakina. As Osaka with the forehand again. Rybakina again to the forehand of Osaka, but Rybakina hits it long. All right. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Osaka to maybe get the break here in the final set. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Osaka. Back into Rybakina. Into the back of Osaka is Rybakina. Forehand cross court in the net. It's love 40. Love 40. Break points for Osaka in the final set here. You did not show the details of Cincy draw, can you? Yeah, I'm making a video. I've got so many videos I got to make after this, so don't worry. The Cincinnati draw will come out soon. We did a live stream. Go watch that. As it a 4-4 rally, and that goes out by Osaka 15-40. One saved. $15.40. As Rybakina serves a fault, second serve. Oh, just missed two. Just went wide. Second serve. Into the back of Osaka. Return the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina hits a win up. 30-40. Beautiful shot by Rybakina. 30-40. $30-40. And as the backhand return goes in the backhand of Rybakina, up the line, and a winner by Rybakina. We get the deuce. We get the deuce. Nice work by Rybakina. By the way, chat, we're so close to 700 likes as well, so thank you for that. It's been a massive quarterfinal day. After yesterday's rain, we had more matches today than we could handle. First is a fault, second serve. You know what I'm going to watch after this? I'm going to go watch Batman 89. I need some Nicholson Joker in my life, I think, today. Advantage Osaka. I need some Keaton Batman versus Nicholson's Joker. That's what I want today. That's the sort of mood I'm in. I need to find that on VHS. That's what I need to find on tape. Batman 89 on tape. That's a find. As the return goes in the front of Rybakina, Osaka backhand to the front of Rybakina. As Osaka slice into the forehand of Rybakina, backhand pass in the net by Osaka back to deuce. Me and my brother used to always watch that. I reckon maybe a core memory unlocked. I reckon that back in the day, and I have to confirm this with my family, I swear that me and my brother and I would watch that movie that was my parents recorded off the TV. I swear that they had they recorded it off the TV one time, and we rewatched that a million times. I'm pretty sure that happened. I'll have to ask. Deuce. Because I can just remember there being like weird ads during the movie all the time when we watch it. All right, advantage, we're backing up. Prince dominates the soundtrack of Batman 89. Yeah, I'm trying to get the soundtrack for that as well. Because of Prince, because Prince is the best. Advantage, we're backing up. As Rybakina serves a level. First serve's a fault, second serve. Who knows, Chad? I might even watch Batman Returns. I don't even know. I might go crazy. Backhand goes in the net from Rybakina, and we get to deuce. I don't know if I'll watch Batman Forever. I should probably watch all of them. Maybe I'll just watch all of them. All right, deuce. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Danny Elfman dominates the soundtrack of Batman 89. I mean, Danny Elfman and Prince combined. Tim Burton directing. I mean, it's maybe the greatest. It might be one of my favorite movies of all time. I might have to put it on the list. As that goes long by Osaka and its advantage, Rybakina. I mean, it's got so many things that I like. I like Prince is great. Tim Burton's great. Danny Elfman's great. Like so many movies that I watch have like, and then like Keaton's great. Nicholson's like goated. It might have to be one of my favorite movies of all time. I might have to change my letterbox. All right, second serve. The one with Two-Face is not the best Batman. Now, that one's a bit strange. Jim Carrey's great, though, as the Riddler. Backing up the line into the forehand of Rybakina. Rybakina whips it cross court. And it's 3-all. 3-3. All right. 3-all. All right, back to Osaka. All right, back to Osaka. As we're going to forward up the line to the back end of Rybakina. As Osaka hits it to Rybakina again, and Rybakina hits in the net. All right. Christian Love. As a return, goes in the backhand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. 15-all. Sorry, Osaka in the net. 15-all. As she says, the fault, second serve, Osaka. As the return goes in the front of Osaka, up the line of the net by Osaka, 15-30. 15-30. As with a fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Rybakina. Rybakina hits a long. And it's 30-all. All right, 30-all. As the return goes in the forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Rybakina in the net. 30-40. 40-30, sorry. By the way, Chad, I just saw a trailer pop up in an ad for Prime Time, from the movie Prime Time. Looks crazy. That movie looks crazy. All right, 40-30. Backhand return goes back in of Osaka up the line to the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka slice. Rybakina. Forehand to the backhand of Osaka. Lob goes up. And in by Osaka. Rybakina gets it back. And then Osaka with a smash. Rybakina gets it back. Osaka forehand. Oh, it goes wide. Oh, what a rally. The tape robbed Osaka. She played so well. Great defense by Rybakina. Oh, man. The forehand would have been a winner if it didn't hit the tape. It was a winner until it wasn't. What a rally. Robert Pattinson's been killing it lately. I know, right? He's been in everything, but he's also been like doing well in everything. He's been playing crazy characters. He's been awesome. All right, return goes to forehand of Osaka. Back in Rybakina. Into the forehand of Osaka. Is Rybakina forehand again? The forehand of Osaka. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Into that Osaka forehand. Rybakina forehand again. As Osaka keeps it to the forehand of Rybakina. That's going cross court. Now up the line and long by Osaka. It's advantage Rybakina. And Osaka looking a little bit tired after that. Advantage Osaka. Sorry, advantage Rybakina. Fuck, I'm so tired. Sorry, chat. It's Rybakina's advantage. Sorry if you're listening and you're like, what is he saying? Advantage Rybakina. Osaka serving. As we get a forehand now wide by Osaka. There's the break. Chat, if that doesn't hit the tape, it's a 4-3 lead for Osaka. Now it's a 4-3 lead because it hit the tape and went wide. And then the points went to Rybakina. She leads now 4-3. Like, what? Like, that is the difference. This much is the difference between a 4-3 lead and a 3-4 deficit. All you said was Hodar. I didn't say Hodar, did I? I don't think I said Hodar. That would be really bad. All right. Rybakina leads somehow. 4-3. Osaka just kicked her racket. Yeah, she's pissed. And she should be, because she should have won that game. Luckily for her, Rybakina's not playing well, so she could be able to break back straight away. Thanks for the coverage. No worries. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Chat, we're so close to 318,000 subs. So don't forget to sub if you haven't already. We've got Cincinnati draw coming out, or it's come out. We've got the semi-finals tomorrow. I've got to make videos for that. Shit, I've got to make 5 videos after this stream. It's going to be a long afternoon. Maybe I can't watch TV. You know what? I need to put that little TV in here and then plug it into a... Oh, can I plug it into a DVD player? Can I watch DVDs on that thing? Probably. I'm gonna use this thing for everything. I'm gonna use it for stream. I'm gonna plug my stream into it. It would look cool on the shelf playing like tennis matches. That would be fun. Like, what if I put it on the back shelf here and just like have like random, like that playlist we put together on the back? That'd be kind of crazy. Wow, Cam, prediction was wrong. I'm sorry. Is the match over? Oh. Are you from the future? Are you Doc Brown? Are you from the future? Do you know who wins this? Are you Biff? Are you Biff Tannen in the chat? Is it over, is it? Oh, I didn't realize this match had finished. I don't have a time machine. You better hope she wins now, because now it's on you if Rybakina loses. It's on you now. We'll see what happens. Bazooka Ben, Ben Shelton's gonna be. We're gonna watch him tomorrow. 4-4 rally. As Rybakina forehand again. To the backhand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand. Again, the forehand of Osaka. Into the forehand of Rybakina. Up the line and long. By the way, I said Hoda and Gauff are going to win, and look who won. So I need you to give me credit for the ones I got. Love 15. Love 15. As we serve again for Rybakina. And the return goes in the forehand of Rybakina. Forehand out from Osaka in the net. 15-0. Gauff can beat Rybakina, but I don't think she can beat Naomi. I agree. I think Gauff would take advantage of the areas Rybakina's been hitting, but I don't think Osaka's going to hit. I mean, Osaka's been playing better than Rybakina. That's why this scoreline is interesting. As Rybakina puts it away, it's just Rybakina's serving that's kind of kept her alive. Especially in that tiebreak, it came down to the serve. But yeah, Gauff would probably rather play Rybakina than Osaka. Where did I get a tennis ball couch? eBay. Yeah, it was on eBay. 30-15. There's a default second serve. Second serve. Into the back into Osaka. Back into Rybakina up the line. Oh, it goes long. Overhits at 30-0. Yeah, a lot of errors in this. This has been a very error-prone match. A lot of errors. All right, serve again. Serve again, 30-0. Rybakina serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As with a 4-4 rally. Rybakina forehand again to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina backhand cross court. Osaka gets it back. Rybakina backhand again up the line. Slice from Osaka goes in. Rybakina comes in with a forehand up the line. Up goes a lob, but it's out by Osaka, and Rybakina gets a 40-30. 40-30. I'll tell you, how big was that net cord? I mean, that was the difference maker, right? If that ball doesn't hit the net, Osaka goes up 4-3. And now it's like we're looking at a 4-all, right? I mean, that's what the difference is. 40-30. Like that, this much is the difference of the score right now. As we get a return now from Osaka into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka backhand. Lob. Rybakina puts it in the net. Oh, ugh, gross. Yucky. Deuce. Nasty. That was I mean, look. Osaka was running, so she might have been able to get it back, but that was a free point. I think Osaka moving might have distracted Rybakina. I think Rybakina was going to go cross court with the forehand and then decided to change her mind and then completely shanked it. And Osaka was probably going to get it back anyway. Rybakina that was poor. Deuce. I think Osaka scared her. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve, the backhand of Osaka. Return goes wide. Good second serve. Advantage Rybakina. Advantage Rybakina to get to 5-3. Cam, are you saying Osaka is in better form, playing better? Or Coco isn't playing as well to beat her? Just wondering. No, I think Osaka's in better form than Rybakina. That's why she's tougher for Coco. Not because Coco's playing bad. No, I'm saying Osaka's scarier is in scarier form for Gauff. So Gauff would rather play Rybakina right now. Anyways, that goes out by Osaka. She's might play Rybakina. She might get a wish. 5-3. Rybakina is one game away from getting... I don't know how she's winning this match. Her stats are in the toilet. Like, it's been horrible from Rybakina. Like, how is she... She served her way out of the trouble in the tiebreak. That's been the difference. She served well when she's needed to. And even that game there, right? She served well to get out of it. All right, Osaka serving to stay in the match now. She serves a fault. Osaka, second serve. Second serve. By the way, shout out to everybody who's here because of an illegal stream shutting down. There's no way we spike in viewership like that unless somebody's stream got shut down. Backhand rally. As it a forehand now from Rybakina to the forehand of Osaka. Rybakina forehand again. Into the forehand of Osaka. Osaka in the net. Love 15. Love 15. Sudden spike in viewership. I don't think it's because I sound like I know what I'm talking about. 3 points away. To play Coco Gauff for the second time ever. The tennis gods are giving us what we have asked for years. Forehand goes wide. I know they're not. No, they're not. 15-all. Hang on. Not yet. 15-all. Followed for gambling purposes. Fell in love with the glasses and accent. All right. I'm using that as a testimonial. That's a good one. I like it. Well, that's a testimonial. I followed for the gambling purposes, but then I fell in love with the glasses. That's going on. That's a testimonial right there. I love that. All right, double fault. Double fault. Osaka's in big trouble. 15-30. How is she losing this match? She was in control. It was all looking great. As a return. Goes out 30-all. Like Osaka was cruising. She was up a set and a break. All right, serve again. Into the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand from Osaka goes into the forehand of Rybakina. Has Osaka. Forehand again. Up the line now to the backhand of Rybakina. Rybakina in the net. 40-30. 40-30. As the return goes into the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand now from Rybakina to the backhand of Osaka. And Osaka smacks it down the line. Okay. Here we go. It's going to be Rybakina serving for the match. Here we go. Rybakina serving for the match. Chat, the tennis gods have denied us of this matchup for years. Years. Every time they're supposed to be playing in the next match or in the quarterfinals or whenever, it always gets denied. They never play. They played once in their careers, and that was in 2022 when before we knew that they were never going to play. Like, they've been in the top 10 together for years. They've been Grand Slam champions together for years. And now Osaka is going to have to break back if she's going to deny us again. But it's been like how many times, chat? I feel like it's been 20 times. Like, it's been ridiculous how many times these two, like Rybakina and Gauff, were supposed to play. And they never meet. They're in the same half, they're in the same quarter, they're in the same area of the draw, and they never meet. Even the WTA finals, they've both played that a lot. They've never played there. Not even in the group stage. It's crazy. They played I think they've probably contested 3 WTA finals together. They've never played each other there. Not even in the same group. It's crazy. It is actually ridiculous. And now, Rybakina is serving to play Coco Gauff. For the first time in forever, a long time. I'm not jinxing nothing. Shut up. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just... She did an ace. What's that then? What's that jinx, eh? She aced her. What's up? Apology in the mail. All right. 50, I'm not jinxing anything. There's no curses. 15 love. And a second ace, 30 love. Hey? What? Exactly. Come on now. 30 love. Cam's trying to get Osaka to break back. Hey, shut up. 30 love, 2 aces in a row. She's going to have 4 aces and shut your mouth. Okay, that's a fault. Second serve. I demand an apology. Serve. Into the backhand of Osaka. Backing up the line. Osaka slice. Rybakina forehand. Is a winner. Match points, 40 love. Chat, you can start typing the apology right now. PO box down below. You can start writing your apologies right now. I will not be bullied. No apology for you. I will not be bullied. You can thank me later. We're finally getting it. 40 love. 40 love. Serve is a fault. Second serve. There's no such thing as a cam curse. Serve. Into the back of Osaka. Return. Goes into the forehand of Rybakina. Osaka forehand to the forehand of Rybakina. And Rybakina hits it long. One saved. 40-15. Please forgive me. You're forgiven, Gregory. I forgive you. 40-15. The tennis gods want this matchup. They're like, okay, fine. Fine. We'll get it. Okay. It didn't look like we're going to get it. 40-15. And we get a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Is an ace! We're finally getting the forbidden match! Finally, years of waiting. Finally, we're getting Rybakina Gauff. It has been so long. We've wanted it for so long, chat. We've been asking so much. And we're finally getting it tomorrow. Unless somebody withdraws. But let's not think about that. It's supposed to be happening tomorrow. Finally, it's Rybakina Gauff. The match that we've all been wanting for years. And it's been denied and denied. Great win for Rybakina, even though she played horribly. She's just finding a way to win. She's played 4 subpar matches by quality standards, and she still somehow won. I think she hit 80 errors. Tough one for Osaka. And really, chat, did I not... How big was that point? It was 3-all. Advantage Osaka. She hits a forehand off the tape, goes wide. That goes in. She's at 4-3 leading. It goes out. She gets broken. She goes down 6-4. Like, that one shot determined that set. That's so crazy. That one shot that hit the tape, it would have been the difference between being a winner, being an error, and that changed the entire thing. I mean, that was it. That point goes in. That shot goes in. Maybe Osaka breaks and wins the set. Who knows? That one net cord shot that Osaka was unlucky enough to miss. But I'll tell you, that was a horrible level of tennis by both. Not that horrible by Osaka. She could be better, though. But Rybakina hit like 80 errors. I mean, she can't play like that against Coco. She can't afford to play like that against Gauff. But she's into the semis, so that's fun. even though we've watched every match and we've been like, man, she's not playing well, but she keeps winning. So maybe we should be quiet and just maybe we should just watch it and shut up. Osaka lost again. Why are you laughing? Why is losing to Rybakina something to be laughed about? Why is that not? What are you talking about? Osaka losing to Rybakina is not bad. Like, why are you laughing? You're acting like Rybakina's a quali. Menchik didn't play horrible. Shelton played godly. Are you kidding me? You don't rob my boy of he played the match of his career. Menchik could, no, prime Djokovic wouldn't have stood a chance. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hey, I'm just kidding. It was a joke. I'm just kidding. Prime Djokovic would have dismantled Shelton just the same, right? No, don't hurt me. Maybe, I don't know about Prime Roger, though. I think Prime Roger would have been in trouble. I'm just kidding, right? I'm just kidding. Earlier you said that Coco couldn't beat Naomi, or is just not right now. Chat, did I say that? I did. Who is saying that I said that? Did I say Coco couldn't beat Osaka? Did I say that? Chat, you're all high. I did not say that. I said that Osaka I said Gauff would rather play Osaka. There's a difference between who she would rather play. And she's not playing Osaka anyway, so it doesn't matter. You probably did. I don't think I would, because I was going to pick Gauff either way. Spoiler alert. I was going to pick Gauff either way. If she played Osaka or not, I would have picked her anyway. You said Coco would rather play Rybakina. Yeah. I did not say that that Osaka would beat Gauff. And I'm tired, but I'm not that tired. 80 errors is nuts, yeah. My bad, I misheard. Yeah, no. I said, somebody asked me who would Gauff rather play, and I said that I think it would be a harder match for Gauff against Osaka. I think she'd rather play Rybakina, and she's getting that. But I don't think Gauff would have lost to Osaka either. I think Gauff beats both these ladies the way she's been playing. And she'll beat Rybakina, I think, because Rybakina's playing. Gauff is not going to let Rybakina get away with those errors. You said Osaka is a tougher match for Gauff because her form, and she'd prefer to play Rybakina. Exactly. So I didn't say anything about losing. Cam did say that Coco could beat this Osaka. Yeah. I stand by those words that Osaka would have been tougher. But we'll find out. Maybe Rybakina finds her game tomorrow, and we'll see. So now the semifinals. I tell you, the semifinals are crazy. Svitolina versus Swiatek, and then Rybakina Gauff, the forbidden match. The forbidden match, and then also the men's matches, which is tomorrow. So let's see. Let's see what happens next. Is Osaka playing Cincy? Yeah. All these players are playing Cincy. Yeah, top 10 clashes. Yep. WTA is so strong. This decade's big three in Toronto, it'll be Rybakina and Swiatek. Okay. Great coverage as usual. No worries. Thank you. Thanks for joining. I'm glad we got a good match like that. The other matches were just too... I mean, the Hodar match was interrupted, so that was a bit of a shame. The Shelton match was just one-sided. So I'm glad we got a bit of an epic. Osaka was 2 points away from... It was, yeah. She was 2 points away. And she was serving at 5-all in that tiebreak, and then she lost the serve, and then Rybakina took it. So... Yeah, the forbidden match. I mean, if you've been around here for years, you'll know how many times that we have talked about it. And it's become, it has become a joke. Like, it's become a meme because they've just never played. And it's the most fascinating non-rivalry going around. Like, they have avoided each other like the plague. Like, they have avoided each other like Neo in the Matrix, dodging bullets. Like, they've just... I don't even like that. I don't know how they have not run into each other once in 4 years. They've both been up the top. They've both been in the top 10. Like it's crazy. And for so many, every time we see them in the draw, we're like, they're not going to play, and they don't play. They've come like one win away, or never happened. And even tonight, they were so close to playing and not playing again. Like they were 2 points away from it not happening. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow because, yeah. They might not make it. I mean, look, we might not get it tomorrow. Let's be honest. The tennis gods might change their minds. We better shut up. Let's stop talking about it. Otherwise, it won't happen. Now, tomorrow, speaking of, Rybakina at 72 unforced errors. Gross. She won, though, so yay. But that's a lot of errors. Cam's favorite word is crazy. It is. I like using that word, yeah. I use a lot of words. And that is one of them. Crazy, insane. What other words did I use, chat? Swiatek Sabalenka avoided each other for ages too. Yeah, they haven't played in a final for a long, long time either. That's because it is crazy. Yeah. Crazy is the right word. Sketchy? Do I say sketchy a lot? Probably. It took 4 years. It took 4 years to get another Gauff Rybakina match. Actually, crazy. Yeah. So my word is justified. So the word is appropriate. ATP Canada is at least one US player. Yeah, true. True. Chad, does somebody else want to make these videos for me? Somebody else want to make these previews for me tomorrow? I've got to make draw previews as well. Coco should be fresh tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yep. And the thing is, Rybakina, it's not like Rybakina came out of this injured or anything, but yeah, Gauff is going to be even fresher than she was. Yeah. But Gauff will be perfect going to that. I don't think Rybakina is going to be injured, but playing over 2 hours when your opponent hasn't played at all, so that helps. If Gauff needs any help, Gauff's been playing better than Rybakina this week anyway. So in the US, we use the word sketchy in a different way. Really, what do you use it for? Less than 24 hours to recover. Back-to-back 2.5 hour matches versus a walkover. Yeah, definitely advantage Coco. Hardest thing in the world does not exist. But there are those who want to make you believe it does. I have no idea what that meant, but cool. Sketchy means suspicious. Yeah, that's what it means. And we also use sketchy for like it's a bit like dodgy. But that's suspicious, dodgy. Yeah, sketchy. It's the same meaning. We have the same meaning. Sketchy, like, you know, you got to be like careful. Bencic pulled out because of a hip injury. She had a hip injury or hip problem. Hip hooray. Top 4 in the WTA race within 500 points of each other. Crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. Your words. Oh, pardon me. Oh man, what a long night. What time do I have to wake up tomorrow? Tennis Talk allows you to do whatever needs doing, and you don't miss much. Oh, you're talking about like in life? Oh, when you're watching? Oh yeah, yeah, Chad. Just sit back and relax. You don't need to. You just chill. Rybakina is probably the only player to ever have a winning record over Serena and Osaka. Really? That is pretty insane. I'm going to use that word as well. Are you updating the draw later? What do you mean? Is Sabalenka the best WTA player still? I don't think so. Who is in form? Svitolina probably. I mean, Svitolina, Kostyuk. They've been in better form. Rybakina might be in better form after this week. You don't miss the match. Oh yeah, no. I want to keep you all up to date with what's going on. Tennis gods to have 24 hours. Yeah, I know. Oh God, is somebody going to trip over some stairs or something? Oh God, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. We need that match. Come on, we've waited so long. Be nice. The experts are doubting Sabalenka online. Wait, expert is such a strange word. Online expert, is that what you're saying? Who's on online? I mean, maybe I'm not an expert. I'm never claiming that. I don't need that smoke. Sabalenka is not playing to her abilities. Yeah, I mean, she's just losing matches she shouldn't as well. All right, so ladies' matches are what I expected. Thank you, Dutchie. Weather forecast for tomorrow, I have no idea. Hopefully it's okay. I think it might actually be some rain around tomorrow. Yeah, they both need to put bubble wrap around to protect. Exactly. Let's just yeah. The experts that send. Oh, you're talking about. No, that's okay. Well, chat. We're almost at 318k. Have we got 28 people left that haven't subscribed yet? Yeah, don't eat lettuce. Is that still a thing? Oh man, today has kicked my butt. Swiatek in good form right now. She is this week. She hasn't been in good form lately though. Tomorrow's going to rain in Toronto. There you go. God, that sucks. That's all right. We've got Montreal though. Yeah, Swiatek's in good form this week, but she hasn't been in good form. Then again, she lost to Eala, so I mean, like that's probably not a bad loss in hindsight. Everybody's losing to Eala at the moment. Only 28 is crazy and sketchy, is it? Another TikTok creator. A TikTok creator says that she does too many TikTok dances. Yeah, I feel like, look, Chad, I don't want to talk like that. I know more than anybody else, but like, I feel like if you're pointing fingers at like somebody doing TikTok dances or somebody wearing too much jewelry, you're probably not a serious person. Like that's such an unserious explanation. I wouldn't be taking my tennis advice off those people. Like that seems so silly. Sabalenka is not playing well because she's wearing too much jewelry? Like, what do you mean? Like, okay, yeah, maybe it's like distracting, but also like, have you seen Zverev? He wears lots of chains and he won the French. Like, And then like, oh, she dances on TikTok too much. That's weird. Like who like what don't these is unserious people. And I'm not serious either, but like I don't make those kind of excuses. Like that's not there's a tennis reason why. There's a better explanation than she dances too much. Like come on. Come on, that's not what she stops doing TikToks and she wins the US Open. Is that what is that? Oh, she just has to stop doing TikTok dances. So what? She kind of hobbies? I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of that's a massive stretch. That's why I brought it up. Yeah, but I don't. That's just they're very unserious. Like you could talk about her from a tennis point of view way better. It's a very strange. Yeah, but that's the internet. The problem is that people are going to actually believe that and blame Sabalenka. It's like whenever players like don't post themselves at the gym every day, and it's like they're not even training. It's like, no, they're just not showing you that they're not. Tennis players train; they're just not showing you it. No. Look, there's other reasons why Sabalenka is not playing well, and it's not because she's doing TikTok dances or wearing jewelry. Yeah. Those influences annoy me. The scores speak for themselves. Yeah, I mean, look. I don't even know who you're talking about, but like, I wouldn't say that's why she lost to Alexandra Eala. I watched the match. So she lost to Alexandra because Alexandra can beat. We know that Alexandra is dangerous. She didn't lose because she was wearing too much jewelry. Sabalenka losing because she doesn't eat bananas. That's funny. Does she? I don't know if that's a fact. Does she not eat bananas? Yeah. I don't think anybody believes those kind of things. Also, you got to remember too, chat, that those kind of like they're getting us now because I'm talking about it. But people that are doing those kind of things are probably trying to get people in the comments to be like, "You're wrong," and they're not. They're trying to poke the bear, right? They're doing exactly what we're doing. Like they're getting the reaction that they want by saying that kind of stuff. They're saying a ridiculous statement to then get ridiculous comments, which then feeds the engagement, and then their channels do better. But it's not for the right reasons. It's because people are angry at them, right? I think it's probably just that. They're just playing the social media game where they're saying something inflammatory to get a reaction. They're not having a serious discussion about Sabalenka's form. They're just saying something crazy. So then people comment on it and go, "You're wrong. That's a stupid dancer." Or people agree and say, "Yeah, she does wear too much jewelry." And, it's just one of those things. So again, it's not a serious discussion. It's probably just a rage bait engagement farm video. You know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with Sabalenka. It's just trying to get people fired up. And it worked. I mean, somebody brought it up, and it's like we're talking about it, so obviously there's something to it. Even Rybakina wins Toronto, she will still be 4 points behind. Yeah, but even if she's 4 points is really close. I don't think 4 points behind is like that's crazy close. Most Russians know how to play Sabalenka. Yeah, she definitely has a Yeah, I mean, she's Sabalenka. She must be struggling being number one without a slam this year. Like, that's got to be weighing on her mind a bit. Like, being the best player on the planet and not having a Grand Slam in this year is so far is got to be, that's got to be weighing on her. Also, that match against Schneider was so brutal. But also, it started when she lost to Baptiste and she had match points. That's when things started to go wrong for Sabalenka. Because she won the Sunshine Double and then didn't play with Stuttgart, lost in Madrid to in that heartbreaking loss to Baptiste, right? That was a very close match. Had she have won that, maybe things wouldn't be like this. And then she's been kind of been chasing that ever since, right? She's been trying to get back in, like trying to avenge that ever since. And she just hasn't been able to, win a trophy since. Because I think we underestimate how tough of a loss that was. And even though Baptiste, we know how good she's been, she then lost to Castello in Rome, who has beaten her before. The Schneider loss at the French was brutal. And then Pegula in Berlin, that's not a bad loss. And then she lost to Osaka at Wimbledon, a not bad loss. And then Alexandra Eala, who she has a tough record against anyway, not a bad loss. So she's been losing a lot of 3-setters, though, and that's the bigger issue, is that she's, she lost to Baptiste in 3, she lost to Castello in 3, Schneider in 3, Pegula in 3, Alexandra Eala in 3. Like, she's losing those close matches. At least the first 2 sets are close. Some of them are Bagel's final set, which is crazy. But, like, I think it's just a confidence thing with Sabalenka, She's just, when things start going wrong, they go real wrong. And she just falls off, But she'll be back. Sabalenka's a champion for a reason. She'll be back. Sabalenka's still the best player on the planet this week, so don't worry about that. And Rybakina has to chase her. That's the difference. Rybakina has to chase Sabalenka next week. The US Open, it would be Sabalenka trying to defend. But next week, even if Rybakina wins this tournament, she still has to chase Sabalenka. Sabalenka will still be in front next week as number 1. So it's only going to be the US Open where Sabalenka's going to have to try and fight Rybakina off, So it's going to be fun. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining. We've got a big day tomorrow. 4 matches, semifinals. Unfortunately, they're all at the same time. So we're going to have to do double headers and whatever, but that's all right. I am prepared. But we'll be back tomorrow to do it all again. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for being here. Blunted.
Demon to win Cincy. Please, Alex, with this draw. He can't believe US Open is in 3 weeks already.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. Yeah, Demon or maybe. We'll see. But thanks for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow. 4-6-7-6-6-4. Rybakina wins, comes back from the dead, and gets the win in another fight back. She fought back in the last match, but takes on Coco Gauff tomorrow. I'll see you then.